Welcome to episode 251 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Boy, Marcus, what's up, man?
What's good? We back in the building. Another Tuesday, another episode of Say Like a Champ. And we got some slackers with us in the building. As always, want to thank you guys for tuning in. Keep those comments coming. We love having you as a part of the show. Hit that like button. That really helps out as well. And for all y'all listening on the iTunes and Podbean and all the different streaming services later on, we do appreciate you, and we do see those numbers as well. So thank you for tuning in. I got Marcus in the hot seat with me early today. As we know, Strizzy on vacation. So hopefully he is doing a great job enjoying himself. We're going to hold it down for him. But Marcus, what's good?
We here, man. Yesterday was a little difficult seeing something that happened yesterday. I know how you feel too. Like, it's not a good day, man, but it happens, man, every now and then.
Exactly. We're going to talk about that for sure, reluctantly as we will. But first, we got to get to the real NBA news. Not playing. Obviously, big news last night with the ending of the NBA Finals. But I did want to start off by saying rest in peace to Jerry West, the logo, the legend. So we'll just dive right in. Or actually, real quick before we do, let me bring in. We got Pops in the building, we got Moms, and we got Kelly as well. Happy Tuesday to you all, and welcome into the show. So did want to pay respects to Jerry West, you know what I'm saying, the logo. Found this great image with most of his accolades, and this is only the things that he did as a player, right? For 15 years, all with the Lakers, but he did even more as a GM and just a contributor to the game. So it's sad news to hear Jerry West passing away this weekend. So
yeah, he's a great guy too, man. And like I say, we know him as a logo, but I know some young people know him as a GM, what he did with the Warriors and stuff like that. But as a player, man, I know we didn't watch him play, but we heard he did some amazing things, and that shot he did, and then I think he's one of the first people in the finals that lost in the final, but he still was the MVP of the finals, So he had to have been cooking the fact that happened like that. So it was kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think he might be the only one still to ever win it. Yeah, win Finals MVP as a loser.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That is. And he did make the All-Star team 14 times out of the 15 years. And, just everything, both sides of the ball as well. He averaged, I think it was that finals or that playoff run, he averaged like 42 points a game during the finals. So
I still definitely think LeBron could have a year too. He played against the Warriors. He averaged like at least 40, 41 too, I think, that year. So I think he could have got it, but I think he didn't want it.
Yeah, that was the year where Kyrie got hurt and Kevin Love got hurt, I think, right?
Yeah, Kevin Love got hurt the series before, and then Kyrie got hurt that series. But Jerry West he was a good guy. But I remember one story he told in the interview. He was talking about how all these people talking about they're a dog, and all that kind of stuff. He said I was a wolf. He said I ate dogs. So I was like, God dang. So
that's next level. That's next level.
What's going on?
Dang, that must be breaking news. I just seen
I didn't hear about
Pops' comment. They were just talking about, oh wow, that's just coming across the wire now. Willie Mays passing away. One of our baseball stories actually includes him later on, but he was not going to be able to travel this week. So, man, that's crazy. Yeah, I did see this 12 minutes ago, San Francisco Chronicle. So, dang. So another legend to pay respects to, Willie Mays. Dang, we'll have to talk about that a little bit more later on and next week. But thanks for letting us know about that one, Pops. That's crazy. Just happening at the start of our show here. So, but Jerry West, big time, like you said, as a GM, what he did for the Warriors, what he did for both of the Lakers teams that had. So it's crazy though to see him pass. Right on the eve of the Boston, you know what I'm saying? Right before Boston getting. Yeah, exactly. I don't have to say it, but I did see that, and I was like, yeah, maybe that's real. That's respect. That's respect. But yeah, last night I did want to give our thoughts on the finals. Last night, the Celtics finishing off, which was basically a gentleman's sweep. They let the Mavs get that one at home, and they came home to celebrate and win it in Boston. But I did want to hear your thoughts about the series. You were the one that was most on it from the beginning. But your thoughts on the series and also Jaylen Brown getting MVP over Jason Tatum.
Yeah. I think if the MVP, I think if Steph Curry would have happened to him, I think it would be like a big deal. But we see Steph Curry happen to him and how he overcame that and still was the best player on the team, even though Iguodala got it. But I just feel like it's more closer. We all knew Iguodala wasn't the best of Curry at the time, but he had a good series. But this is like you don't know, like people gonna be in his head, maybe like you're the best player. So I wonder how it's gonna work. Like I said, I still feel that Jason Tatum is a better player, but I don't know, man. I think you do keep them together, but I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that's kind of weird. If I'm Tatum, I'm cool. I won, but I want to think about how I feel about that. Because Scottie Pippen never won MVP over Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just like just these guys are different now. I think the generation might be a little different. He might be cool with it. I wouldn't be cool with it. And deep down, I don't think he's cool with it either. But hey, like the numbers show, So like I don't know. I feel there. I think that the Mavericks, I thought they were gonna play play a little harder and give them a competition, but it wasn't there. The matchup wasn't there. I still feel like if the T Wolves would have played, I think it would have been a different series. I think the matchup would have been a little different, but it would be probably a better series. But I think Dallas surprised the T Wolves by beating them. So and Luka, he went out of his mind how he played. He had a great series, but I don't know. I think even Denver will beat the Celtics, but matchup plays a role. I don't know if people saying okay, Luka gonna go back to the drawing board and do different, play better defense and play different, but I don't think that, man. I don't think that. Do you feel like Tim was young though? Like I don't think it's a young team like they're gonna start. They're gonna be the next team from now on. I think I think this is their time to win, and when you get back there, that's how I feel about it. But
yeah. I kind of agree. I feel like the Mavericks kind of, like you said, kind of surprised everybody. We early on were like, oh, whoever wins between Denver and the Timberwolves, they have the best chance. They'll probably go on to play against the Celtics. And then the East was weaker. We figured the Celtics were going to be there regardless, the way their path handled and the injuries, things like that. But I do think I do think you're right. I think Luka has maybe a little bit of work to do on the defensive side, being a better team defender, but honestly, what more can he really do? I did want to talk about that. Like, what is next for the Mavs? I mean, this was his averages in the playoffs. Like, he carried that team definitely. So I feel like he did get a lot of criticism for how things went in Game 3, which him fouling out. Some of those were bad calls, but him, basically letting the refs affect him. I think he has a little maturing to do there because he is still young, but he's so good. I think he's fine. Like,
I think he's fine too. I don't think these guys don't play defense no more. It's not like you got to be locked down. Like they get a player on their team who's a lockdown defender and let him defend the best player. And that's how they do. They don't play defense no more like they did back in the day. But like I said, I don't feel Dallas has the team. Like I said, it's not like a young up and coming team. I don't feel like that. They got to get some more pieces in there. I think Kyrie's an older player. I think Luka, he's up and coming. But PJ Washington, I don't think he's gonna be that type of guy. It's gonna be a big factor. I think he's a bench guy to me. I think he came off the bench and played well. I don't think he's a starter. Right. So I don't know. I feel like next year when the West is healthy, they're gonna be like the number 5 team. I think. I don't think they're better than the Clippers, Lakers, or Denver. So I don't see them being an upcoming team. I think this year was the best year to win when you had a shot. To get back there. I think the Celtics gonna be. They're gonna be back there again. They had a good chance to get back there. So, but the Mavs, I think this is not saying that they won't get back there again. But I'm just thinking this pathway how they got there this time will be easy. I think T-Wolves gonna be better. I think Denver gonna be better, man. Yep. Like I said, Lakers and Clippers. But I don't know, man. We'll see.
OKC too. I think that is the thing. Yeah. Like the West is tough. Like most of those teams, even like when the Mavericks won it before, they kind of snuck through. And then once they got there against the Heat, they took care of business. But, it's harder in the West to have a dynasty. Even if we look at how good Denver was through the playoff run last year and how even well they played this year, it's like there's no guarantee you're going to be able to go back, even if you have the team stacked up. And the Mavs don't really have the team like that. I feel like they're going to definitely have to put some more pieces together. I don't feel like they're like add one player and run it back type of thing. I think they need a little bit more. The West is stacked though. And Pops says here, Mavs will learn from this. They'll tweak a little bit, but West is so tough, and that's the thing.
Yeah,
you really do have to cash in on your opportunities to get there. But the Celtics, I mean, the Celtics do look primed to come back again, or potentially, be obviously big in the East again, depending on how the Bucks come back, you know what I'm saying, some health of other teams, but it's crazy that the biggest threat to them was the Pacers.
Yeah, I think the Bucks are the team. I think next year that they gel a little bit more and be okay. But dude, is Tatum and Brown, are they set? Their contract said they're gonna be there a while, or it's not there
So
yet?
Brown is set, but I don't think Tatum is yet. So
okay, you can't get rid of Tatum. You're not getting rid of him. Now it was vice versa. I was like, okay, I know Brown might go somewhere else and get some money, you know, but I don't think they'll be together a little while. But I still don't think. I think if the East stay healthy, I think they're gonna have a tough time. I don't think they're gonna run it again next year. I don't see that. They could. They could.
Yeah.
They play healthy and play like they're playing. The whole team can shoot the ball. But I don't trust them like doing it again. Like I said, I didn't trust Tatum, but Brown stepped up, and so you trust him more. You trust Tatum, you know. So
yeah. Pop says on that one, Brown deserves it. Tatum is now the official number 2, and I guess maybe in terms of clutch moments, but you know, Tatum still he led the Celtics in basically all the categories, 25, 9, and 6. I mean, he was great. So, but he was padding his stats a little bit.
Yeah, I think Tatum plays great in the season. I think he's a seasoned guy, like Jason Harden. But the playoffs come, I think Jason Harden had somebody to help him at Rockets. I think they could have got one too, you know. But he didn't have that piece. But I don't know, man. I just think I don't know. I don't like Celtics at all. But congratulations to those guys for winning. You know, that's kind of cool. But I just hate they got 18. I don't like it.
Yeah,
how
exactly.
do you? I know you're a fan. How do you overall feel about? Are you mad? Are you like, okay, we'll get one too? But how do you feel about it?
It's to me, it's I don't really like it, especially because it's not something that was really talked about all the time until they won it last night, and then all of a sudden, everywhere you look is now they got 18. Now they did better than the Lakers. To me, that's a frustrating part where it's like, yeah, when the Lakers tied them or whatever, nobody's been walking around being like, oh, by the way, the Lakers have had all the, they've had the most, or they're tied for the most. But now it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? They waited till now. But if we look at it, and that's why I did want to throw up the banners, and that was the perfect segue into this conversation. Okay, before 1967, the NBA only had 9 teams. And the Celtics had Bill Russell, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They were playing against some guys, you know what I'm saying? They racked up all their championships. If you look at their banner, the whole right side of their banner is we're talking about 1966, you know what I'm saying? And before.
I don't like that. That's crazy. That's wild.
So I do want to put that in perspective. Yeah, because it's like, to me, okay, if we want to go by the 80s, the Lakers got way more. If you want to cut it off in 2000, the Lakers have way more. So it's like, obviously, the fact that the Lakers even come into this conversation and people are like, oh, the Lakers, they're far away from Boston, and oh, they got a lot to work to do. It's like, the Lakers are still like the primetime thing in the NBA. Every conversation comes back to the Lakers. So we know who it really is, but at the same time, it does suck that you can't be like, all right, look at the numbers and just, that they have more. So, but yeah, I mean, it's old school, championships that when they were dominating. But the Lakers have some old ones too. I'm not gonna lie, but still,
they do, yeah.
But the Shaq time, the Showtime Lakers, you know what I'm saying, in the 80s, that's where it was really at, and then even like this more recent one. So, but that's why it hurt so bad when the Lakers and Kobe, the first time getting back without Shaq, and they lost in 08 to the Celtics. That's what hurt so bad, though, is because that one was the difference right there.
But that's crazy. We just imagine they can get the 08 one. It'll be 1986 to 2024 before they got another one. Like, that's a long time, But even the 2008 to 2024, that's a long time. It don't seem like it'll been that long ago, but that's a long time ago, man. So yeah, most definitely it is. I was thinking about that too, and that's one of the cooler things, I guess. The Sam Cassell they were talking about. He was on that team, and he won it as a player, and then now winning as a coach. But it's also crazy to think that 2008 though was the first like big three, like the Boston 3 party with KG, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce. Like that was like the start of the big 3 era, kind of where they tried to do the team ups. So it's crazy. Oh, want to welcome Grace to the show. Welcome in. Thank you for being with us. Oh, Pop's got a question there.
Pops, Marcus, if Paul George joins the Sixers and Embiid shuts up and get healthy enough to play at his best, can they win the East?
Yeah, definitely, especially with Maxey and Paul George stay healthy, and B to me is top 3 player in the NBA. He stay healthy and do his thing the whole season. They definitely can. I think they can beat the Celtics. They got to me their best three is better than their best three. So I think that can happen, man. Paul George don't have to be he have to be the guy. You know what I'm saying? He just be the Robin to Embiid, and then Maxey come in there. You know what I'm saying? Do his thing. He's getting better every year too. So I think they could. I'm saying I would say you have to get a couple of shooters on the floor with those guys, which they can probably get that. But I think they could. I would love to see Paul George lead the Clippers and go to the Sixers. I would like to see that.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, get back to the East.
Him coming back to the East where he dominated, and he is still a really good player. And like you were saying, Maxey keeps getting better. I feel like Embiid's injury actually let Maxey have more room to grow this year, like kind of sped up his development a little bit because he had to be that guy for them. So that'd be a nice team.
Honestly, I would like to see that it's a balanced team now. You know what I'm saying? Things are balanced, and the East is getting there. You got, like I say, the Bucks are still there too. But I would love to see that, man. That would be nice. I wouldn't mind that. Like I said, when you see Paul George go there, they can get a couple of players to go there with him too. You know, and so they can help him out. But that would be nice.
That would be dope. I want to welcome Stephanie Washington to the show. What's good, Miss Washington? And I know her and I were big time team anybody but the Celtics, but it happened. It came true. But still, like I said, if we're looking at the banners, you know what I'm saying? Let's cut it off. Let's start at the 70s. Let's start at the 80s. Let's start in the 2000s. The Lakers still got more, so we all good. We all good over here. Pop said top 3 talker for sure. Of course. But speaking of the Lakers too, so it did come out, well, the rumors are flying that basically the agreement has been done, but they're just waiting for JJ Redick to finish up his coverage of the finals. But
no way.
Yeah, I think it was somebody on ESPN today actually slipped and what basically said JJ Redick go in there, this and that, even though it hasn't been announced yet. So it looks as if JJ Redick will be the next head coach, and it's just a matter of it being announced. What do you think about that move?
Yeah, we talked about it before. I don't like it at all. I hate that. I just hate they got so much privilege. You know, when I say they, you know what I'm saying? They got, like I said, he don't get to be a coach first, or even in the front office first. He just come from the broadcast and be a head coach of the Lakers of all teams, not like a small team, I'm saying, but the Lakers, like a historic team, you know. So yeah, I know LeBron might have something to do with that, and I, like you said too last week, like you were saying, like you did second option, like you would have been the first option. Like, how do you feel about coming being second option? But like I said, I don't want to believe until I see it. But like you said, it may be already out there. I don't know. Like, I don't know what is he gonna do for that team that is gonna make them better than Darvin Ham did with them. Like, I don't understand what's gonna be different, you know. So I honestly don't like it. I don't think it's a good move. And maybe them doing it, maybe LeBron's out. Maybe he won't even be there. So we'll see.
True. I do think it's a weird move. I don't see him going up and down the sidelines like commanding respect. You know what I'm saying? Even from like the refs and things like that. Like, he's gonna know the game, but is he gonna be like? He doesn't seem like that type of a leadership figure to me. You know. But there's some guys that it just kind of works like that. Like, some people were comparing it to like Mike McDaniel for the Dolphins. Like, oh, he's just gonna be so smart and have all these little schemes. It won't really matter that he's kind of like weird. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't really like it. I just think I'm just afraid that, like, you know, halfway through the season or whatever, they're gonna be like, dang, like, okay, this didn't work, and then you're just starting over again. Because to me, I'd rather have Frank Vogel back than that. You know, like at least that's a proven coach.
Yeah. But I just feel like historic teams like that, like the Sixers, like the like Celtics and Lakers and people like that, they should have a committee. You know what I'm saying, like the historic, like the pedigree of that team. Like, no, we ain't let him come in here and do that. Like, we don't vote or because Mr. Bus will never let this happen. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of weird how it's going on. You know, so it just, like I said, he's already kind of a prick too, how he is. You know, so I don't know. Like I said, him and LeBron got a podcast, so maybe that's gonna happen, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't really like it, and it is weird like that. Like, that some of those biggest franchise, right, is just like a family-owned business, and it's like it's only like a handful of people really. And Jeannie's tried to kind of have that in the past. Like, sometimes she would have Phil reach out to him for advice, or you have Magic, and that's when he came in to be like the co-GM or whatever, or the president of operations. But it's like they do need like a a council, you know what I'm saying, like some kind of something.
Well, I'm saying even hire him as a coach for 2 years, then give him a job. At least he did his little work those little 2 years. Even 2 years not enough, but I'm saying at least try to do something to get it in. Like Steve Nash got it, but he was a GM. He was in the front office doing a little something, and he got it. And you see how that happened, So
right,
you have a good team, it makes you look good. But if you're a real coach, you don't need 4-star players to make you look good. But
right,
happens, so.
Yeah, and the Lakers do have some moves to make too to kind of figure out what they're going to come back with. LeBron can opt out and be a free agent, and Bronny potentially being drafted. It is a lot of different question marks around it, but yeah, I'm not feeling it. I'm not really feeling it. So, all right, let's keep it moving though. I definitely wanted to talk through those things, and definitely kind of wrap up the finals, but. We'll have a lot to talk about, obviously, with the offseason, different things coming along. I wanted to jump over to NFL talk, and we mention this CMC being on the cover of Madden. Okay, cool. So I wanted to know, because I know you're pretty much out on video games. What do you think would there anything change, or you'd have to just be really excited, like a certain game would have to come back, or what do you think it'd take to get you to play video games again?
I think if they make it portable, I think the PlayStation 5 has to take a portable thing you can take with you. I think it's now it's 2024. I think the game system now should make it where give me a nice size screen where I can play at home, or I can play on the one, or I can do how I want to do it. That would get me to do it. I can't be home, because when I'm home, I'm either working or I'm going to bed, because I'm always on the run. Yeah. So it'll have to be something that's portable, which I thought they would make something by now like that. Not with my phone. I don't have my phone and play. I don't want to do that. I want something that I can take, like a Switch type of thing, but have internet on it. Something like that. I could put my phone to it or something internet wise. I would do it. So I was thinking about this year about playing again, but I can't see myself right now how my life is to come home and be able to I'm playing video games, because if I got that much time in my hand, I'm gonna be doing something more important than playing video games. That's how I feel. I never thought I would talk like that. I never thought I would say. I thought video games would be my life, my whole life. I was gonna be playing video games, but some things turn on you, become grown. You try and make things happen. I can't see myself being home playing video games for hours. If it's like maybe with one of y'all say, "Hey, let's play right quick," I'll play a game or so. That'd be it. But I can't see myself for a couple of hours playing video games. Not happening ever again for me.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel you, and I do still. And I do just try to get it in like here and there, and like when I can, and like it's a nice break for the day. But I feel you as far as like, especially like with Madden, like I haven't played that in a while. Like I would be like, I can't go and play it now because I'm like the game's passed me by. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know. Yeah, something fun though. But I do like more like interactive games, like group games or whatever. Like if we can do something where we can like, you know what I'm saying, like you said, kind of like play like a little party type of thing. But I do love my PlayStation 5. I use it all the time, but most of the time I just use it to watch YouTube TV, watch YouTube. So, but yeah, that's what's up. But no, I was just curious about that one. And definitely you're a busy guy. You have like multiple things to do, you know what I'm saying? So you always,
Yeah, and I'm be honest with you, I wish I wasn't like this. Anything because I don't want to do that. It's like it's just how my life is right now. Because I don't think I'll be like that for the rest of my life. But right now, I'm just kind of busy, So
yeah. Always on your grind. I respect it. I could not live without video games. I'm never gonna grow up.
I wish I could do that, man. I really wish I could, man. I really wish I could. Like I said, my life, what I do right now. So I wish I could. Like I said, if I had a Switch, I had a Switch at one time, but you have to be on the internet and all that kind of stuff, and it's just kind of hard to play. You can play cool games, but like I want to play Madden 2K, how it looks on TV. You know what I'm saying? It's on a small device. I'll do that because I'm a graphic type of guy, but I wish I could do that, Pops. But I'll get there one day, and me and you be playing together.
There you go.
Well, we could talk about what we're going to talk about. You could play with Jordan, I could play with LeBron, and we could do our thing then. Plus, we're going to get to it.
That's what's up. That would be a great way to battle it out, for sure.
Maybe we should go live on that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we should do that, It put the old teams on there, too, so maybe we should try that out and see who wins.
That would be dope. I do want to shout out to Mavin. I seen his YouTube channel, you know what I'm saying, getting views out there. So I know it's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible. That's what's up. I did want to Stephanie. That's so funny for sure. I did want to talk about a little bit about Brandon Ayuk's thing. Did you
that's
see his
crazy.
video coming out?
Yeah, he was talking
So,
to Jalen, right?
yeah, he was talking to Jaden Daniels. They used to be teammates at ASU and basically said that the 49ers don't want him back. He's still under contract for 1 year, but obviously he wants more money and they know he's going to get a payday very soon. But do you think
have
that
to.
they
He
would
played great this year.
Yeah.
I just hope he don't go to Washington. I'm gonna be sick. He go to Washington because I don't want to deal with him twice a year. So I got a feeling he might try to go there though.
That would be crazy. Like I was actually thinking that too. Like there's a layer, obviously, to him putting that out in the first place is like, okay, that's weird. And you're FaceTiming with your boy, you know what I'm saying? And he's just coming up over there. I feel like exactly, but I feel like that's like almost low-key tampering. Like if he does end up there, it's like, oh, that's extra fishy. But I did find that interesting though. And the 49ers, their only comment was basically that, yeah, like negotiations have stalled, but I don't see them not wanting him back. Yeah,
I think they might not be the money he want right away, but I think it'll be like a 2-year thing, and he'll get his money, but it won't be like a full term thing. Because you got Debo and you got McCaffrey and you got the new quarterback there, Purdy. So it's just like we want to do that for you, but we can't really do it right now. You know what I'm saying? So we'll satisfy you a little bit, you know, and then it's up to you what you're gonna do. Because I think he's a great player, but the system he's in too is kind of good for him also. So
yeah,
we'll see. But I wish him the best. Though.
I do. I definitely want to see everybody get their money one way or another, but I did think that was interesting tactics. The social media thing doesn't always work, but this one, I don't know. I think it might just accelerate things.
How it went. It went viral too. So
yeah,
like he wasn't the thing is he wasn't mad when he said it. He wasn't like sad. He was like, "Hey, they don't want me." And then mom was like, "What, mama?" And it was kind of cool.
Yeah, that was crazy. But we'll see how things play out with that. But I definitely wanted to get your thoughts on that. I thought that was pretty cool. The other thing that's kind of semi-news is Joe Burrow. They're saying he hopes to be ready for the start of the season, that he's still kind of dealing with some injuries. What do you think about that? Could Joe Burrow end up being like kind of like have a kind of bust type of career if he can't get back right?
No, if he comes back early, then yeah, I think they know that's the franchise guy. Like when he hurt himself that time, he shouldn't even try to go back in the game in the first place. It was already messed up. So for him to make it worse, so I don't play you the first 4 weeks, even though you say you feel good, you're getting good. Every week you get better and better. So me personally as a GM, we went to Super Bowl with you. You took us to Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? We had a quarterback for a long time, Andy Dalton, and we had a good team. He couldn't get us over that hump. You came in, you know what I'm saying? You give us over the hump, and we have a good team going. So I would say I will try to save him and don't play him like maybe the first month or so and get himself together. But I don't think he'll be a bust. I think he's too good of a quarterback to be a bust. And you have a great receiver core too. So I think he'll be straight though.
Yeah, you're right. I do think that, like you said, he has that moxie. He's obviously a really good quarterback, but he also has that like winning time, you know what I'm saying? Kind of that swagger that it takes to kind of, like you said, kind of take them over the top. So I agree though. That's a great point. They usually don't start off the season very strong anyways, for whatever reason. So yeah, give him that extra time if he needs it. And you know what I'm saying, don't rush him back, because that was weird. That whole thing about him like before the game having a wrist thing on, and then they were like, oh no, he's fine. He wasn't on the injury report, and then he hurt his wrist so weird, you know? Like
I think he want to go back in the game. You look at the sideline, how he was trying, he was like, I think he was over exaggerated. I think he didn't want to go back in there. And good for him. You know what I'm saying? It worked. You ain't gotta go back in the game. But you could tell when somebody really is really hurting, you wouldn't be doing all that, throwing the ball and dropping the ball like, oh, you a quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's on the sideline so that people can see, like, hey, I'm hurt, y'all. You see, I'm hurt. You guys can't touch the ball, you know? But when people are really hurt, they go in a tent or they go straight to the back and like, hey, what's going on? I'm hurt, like that. But he wanted to show the people and let the front office know, I'm hurt, y'all. I can't play no more.
Right. I feel you. He was like a little bit soccer player type of antics, you know what I'm saying? Dramatic.
It worked though, so good for him.
Yeah, for sure. I did want to talk about Hard Knocks, which is another show I need to get back into, but this year they're coming with the overload. They're actually adding 2 different segments. One is going to be starting really soon. It's off season with the New York Giants, which I guess it's going to be like the mini camps and the OTAs like leading up to training camp. with the Giants, that's not very exciting to me. I'm out on that. What do you think about that one?
I think they're doing too much. Like keep it simple. I like the maybe the preseason type thing you did for a team and you go in season. I like that. But this all season training camp stuff, they doing too much because you can't. That's a lot to try to keep up with, man. I don't like that.
Yeah, I feel you. And it's kind of interesting. Like the regular one is going to be training camp with the Bears, which, I don't know. Caleb Williams, that's kind of cool, but that's not like too exciting for me. And then the in season one, they're going to do the entire AFC North. So I don't know how that's going to work. But
I think they're going to see how hard it is for them because you go in different locker rooms. So the team will be like, oh, so you going there next week, or it's going to always be something like, oh, we can't show you this because you're going to try to show them over there. So it's going to be confusion. You know what I'm saying? If you did 4 teams not in the same division, then I think that'll work. It's the best division of football I think coming up this year. But you can't do certain things because you're going to be in their locker rooms and around those people. And for you try to do it for us, I think that's going to be a lot. And I can say if I'm those guys, I'm not giving you no good footage. I'm not going to give you. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make me do it. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege for you to come in my locker room. So I think that they don't have a little hard time. I know definitely with the Steelers and the Ravens because Mike Tomlin don't play stuff like that. He don't really like cameras like that anyway. So I think they don't have a hard time with that. I think maybe the Browns and the Bengals might be cool, but I think the season, like with Harbaugh, he's a seasoned coach too. I don't think he don't care about that. They already been on there before, so I don't think he don't really care about stuff like that. So we'll see how it works out. If they let him do it, then it might work out great. But I'll be surprised if it worked out good. You get good footage with them.
I feel you though. That's a great point, especially in the season. Like when those episodes start coming out, and you can play that. You're going to play that team. All those teams are going to play within the last couple of weeks of the season or late in the season when this show is airing. So I feel you, and especially Harbaugh, Tombo. It is a distraction, and they're like they don't really play that, so they're probably going to be very more shut off. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be very exciting for that. But yeah, some of those other teams, I don't know. I just liked it better when it was like one in-depth look, like 4 weeks with one team in the offseason. It was kind of cool because you get to know people. I just feel like this will be too scattered to try to do like 6 different teams across that time. So
and they've been doing hard knocks for a long time. Have they got even one team that went to Super Bowl and won? They haven't even got that yet. So I think they trying to get it with these 4 teams. We're gonna get one of these because you got to think about it. You've been doing it for this long and you never got lucky yet to get a team that really went all the way. You can film all that. You haven't did it yet. So
that's true. That's a great. That's another great point. I think they have been fishing like certain times. Like last year with the Jets, they're like, oh, they're going to break their playoff streak, all that stuff. And then look what happened. So Hard Knocks is definitely kind of like Madden, where it's kind of like a curse,
It is.
It is a distraction, and then something usually happens to that team to kind of throw them off. I did like it, though, the year when we were with Romo and T.O. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was good stuff. That was good stuff.
And then we also did with what's the thing on Prime? We did it with Prime too. I forgot what the Prime was called.
Oh yeah, the All or Nothing. Like that was like the end season one too.
It was pretty cool too. So
Pop says go to Kansas City.
They went last year. I think you can't. They're not getting it this year, man. I don't think it's gonna happen. You can't.
But either way, it'll be I'm okay if they go there so they can get a little curse on them. You know what I'm saying? A little jinx on them.
Yeah, but Andy Reid probably telling them come over here. So they probably already know. They know they can go. They can go. They already know.
I know it's funny how the NFL, like, they try to act like it's all fair and that they can demand whatever, but there's certain teams that have not gone on there or there's even teams like for London, that the outer state, like they're like, don't even put us on that list, Yeah. So it is pretty funny how certain ones will get preferential treatment, but they know who to play with and who not to. So yeah, that was too funny though. But yeah, so that's pretty much what we got for NFL talk. I think we pretty much got everything on there. We're gonna do some predictions, but we'll wait till Strizzy comes back. We'll do some more predictions on that. I did want to jump over to WNBA, and just real quick, we were gonna talk about the WNBA or the Team USA, the women's USA national team. Caitlin Clark not making the team, which some people say she got left off. Some people say she don't deserve it yet. She's not ready yet. What did you kind of think about her? Do you think they should have sent her, and even for the viewership or for the interest right now, do you think she should have been on the team?
It's kind of weird because maybe you can correct me on this. They said that the main reason was they should have did it because of marketing, but I don't feel like the U.S. team needs marketing. It's a USA team. Like, what marketing do you need? Like, you're going overseas and we know who you are. We're gonna be watching you. I don't think you need no marketing. But
Yeah.
did any rookies make the team? I don't see not one rookie on there, right?
No rookies made it.
So, and like I said, I really feel like sometimes like Chris Slayton made it 1 year with the dream team, all that kind of stuff. You all bring one rookie on the team, but I feel like I think they talked to those ladies and they didn't want on their team. That's how I feel like when Isaiah, he should have been on a dream team, but they asked certain players on the team, not everybody, but certain players. If he can play, I ain't gonna play. So what you gonna go? You best players or please him? So I think that's how it went. I think they asked certain people on the team, did you want her on the team? They was like, no, we good without her. We don't need her. And it was like, okay, it's like, even though we want her to put on there, is it to have us or have her? She not going to go for you. We will. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how it went. I feel cool with that. I know Taurasi was one of them. I think Taurasi didn't want her on the team. I don't think she really felt like that. I don't think my girl from Ace, I don't think she wanted on her team. I don't think she liked her like that. Brianna Stewart too. I think those three for sure was like, if you have her on the team, we ain't playing. And you're not gonna lose that opportunity to do that, you know. So that's how I feel about it. But if she had been on there, it'd been cool to see her on there. You know what I'm saying? Not start, but be on there, come in and do a couple of shots. It'd be cool. But overall, hey, no, like keep her off. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. But
yeah,
I feel so too. I'm saying Brittany Griner. I didn't know Brittany Griner was still playing. She's playing this year.
Yeah, she's played this year. She came back and she made the team, which that is a big thing. Is like her going out of the country again. Like I don't think she should have been on the team for sure.
Man, that's kind of crazy. Like what happened with her? I don't know. I mean, she going to Paris though. That's paradise, I guess. She ain't going to Russia or nothing like that. So I was trying to see on the team. I was trying to see her. But has she played this year with the Mercury?
She has.
Oh, okay.
She's been okay. She's been okay. Now, Diana Taurasi's having a great year, but Griner's just, I don't know. She's still not the same as pre all that. Okay. So, and to me, I just feel like that was one. I think she kind of snuck by with the Caitlin Clark thing because that became the big focus. But for me, I'm like, yeah, she should have been on the team. To me, I don't know. But Kelly said, didn't she say herself it's a tough team to make? I don't think she thought she should be there. I agree with that. I think she knows what comes with it, and also she knows that she's very young in her career, that she's going to have many more Olympics to go, and she will get there and kind of be there. And I do think that she probably didn't want to be on the team with controversy either. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she's probably like, let me go and not be like, oh, they just threw me in because of this or that. Let me earn it, and let me do my thing. But what you say too, I totally feel with. I totally feel like those other players are like, nah, like we don't really want that. We don't want the story to be only about her.
That's what it would be.
We got this, She
don't play enough. They're like, why she not playing enough? Then he's on the distraction. Just keep her off the team, So that's how I think.
Yeah.
It's no, I'll ask her later. But yes, that's how I feel about that though. I think her dad said something too.
Pop says, I read she's not physical enough. She does not deserve to make the team because of her popularity. She hasn't played great yet. Yeah. She's played pretty good, but she still has a long way to go. And when you do put her up against, compared to some of these, players that have earned it and have been in the league a long time. So we'll see. But I do think that it's very interesting. I do think that some of the vets, though, are trying to hold her off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. She'll have her time.
Yeah, she has time to be on there.
70 Washington said, you see Cameron Brink injured her knee pretty bad. I did not see that. But she's having a great year so far, even though the Sparks aren't what they used to be. She is having a good year. All these rookies are kind of coming in and definitely making a difference. So there is no doubt on that part. But that was another interesting story I wanted to comment on real quick. That this was now the second professional matchup between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, but it was the most watched game this weekend in 23 years in the WNBA. The viewership capped off at 3 million, which is especially for a regular season game, but even for a playoff or a championship game, most watched in 23 years. So they're definitely drawing the interest. Reese, go ahead.
No, it's off subject a little bit, but I'm a little surprised by the shorts that Angel Reese wear. Like, if she was like more of a tomboyish type of thing, but she's like, to me, she's very feminine, and she wearing those shorts. I'm like, I'm surprised she can wear those. I don't think nobody else wears shirts like that, do they?
I don't think so, but I do think they have the option, so they can kind of choose like from different styles.
It'd be like, dang, man, it'd be weight. See how far up that is, man. That's just, I can see if you had on leggings, then yeah, I can see what you're doing. But it's like, I don't know, man. So I'm surprised by that. I'd be surprised if she wear it the rest of the season like that. I think somebody may address that. Because you pretty much pulling them up. You can tell she's pulling them up like that too. They ain't already right there. So it just surprised me. But I can only imagine that game, the atmosphere of that too. It was crazy in there. How many people was watching that game. So did you check it out?
I didn't. No, I didn't check it out. I saw the first one between the two, but I didn't see this one. And this one ended up having more fireworks. Was a better game. She did have a flagrant foul called on her. It was originally a foul, and then they went to the replay and they upgraded to a flagrant foul against Clark. I just think it is funny though how these two players are going to be linked forever, like
forever. And Magic Library, that's what's going to be, man.
Exactly, it is the new thing. And I just think that I don't know. I kind of feel bad at times though for Angel Reese because even though she got the championship in college, like obviously like it affects her, like how good Caitlin Clark is, and like the attention is not for her. Some of her post game comments, I'm just like, I wish she could just focus on just playing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's tough. It's tough for her.
It comes with maturity. I think she'll mature maybe, and she'll get to that point where just play your game and you'll win, and you can do that. So be the best player on your team first. Try to get that first, and then go from there. Caitlin Clark already the best on her team, so you just gotta play a little harder, and it'll get there.
Yeah, for sure. Stephanie Washington, I do not understand the one leg sleeve. And Asia Wilson for the Aces, she kind of started the one leg sleeve thing. Yeah. It's kind of like the reverse Allen Iverson, when he started that way back when with the one shooter sleeve. But I don't know, the one leg sleeve, that's like the new thing.
I think Allen Iverson started it because he needed it. I think it was for his arm was messed up. That's why he started doing that. Then it started looking like stylish. Then everybody, because I know half of the league who wear those things, it's for style. It's not for a reason why they're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what they did. I had my little nephew come, ask me to, can you buy me some sleeves and buy me them? I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with you, but it's a style. That's what they want it for. And so it's like, okay, whatever you need. So
the funniest thing was back in our day, though, they didn't even really sell them like that. Like you'd have to get the long sleeve and cut it off. Or you'd every once in a while you might find it.
Yeah. So
now every outlet or whatever, they got them on the side right there.
Everywhere.
With the little designs and everything like that. Yeah. So Stephanie said Aces have as many losses right now as they did the entire last year. I know it's crazy. I know they'll be fine.
That's just normal. They can't keep going. It can't keep going like they were going, man. It's gonna happen like that,
Before that, they were they had only 3 losses last year or something crazy like that. So we'll see. Yeah, they'll be fine. But Stephanie, you'll have to keep on reporting on how it goes. I know you go to a lot of those games. And I know that the Aces atmosphere is always cracking. And it's always cool to see Mayweather there too. He's usually always there. So that's what's up. But it is crazy despite, the attention that they're getting. I did read an article that the WNBA is on track to lose $50 million this year.
Wow.
And because I guess the money pool is still not there. The TV rights are still not there. Wow. And so they're hoping, because they're going to be linked with the NBA for this next time the NBA is going for their TV rights. And so they're hoping to get a bigger bump and a bigger percentage of the pie. But yeah, they're with the chartered jets and with some of the different updates that they've been making, even though they're having so much crazy sales and interest, they're on track to lose $50 million this year. So I just hope that they can get it together though and capitalize. And again, the next generations coming in behind these girls are going to keep trying to elevate the game. So maybe this will be their time to get right. So we'll see. All right, moving over to MLB real quick. I did want to give a shout out to, they're having a Negro League, honoring the Negro League or a tribute to the Negro League at Rickwood Field in Alabama. This will be the first ever professional Major League Baseball game played in Alabama, which will be pretty cool. The San Francisco Sea Lions or the Giants, and then the St. Louis Stars are going to be playing the St. Louis Cardinals. And I think that's really dope that they're doing the old school jerseys though and doing that honoring. And part of it actually is honoring Willie Mays, who was supposed to travel to the game. And he had actually came out, I think it was yesterday, and said reluctantly, no, I'm not going to be able to travel, but I'll be there in spirit. And now we were just learning at the top of the show that he passed away today. So definitely rest in peace to Willie Mays. But I think it's kind of cool. They're trying to line it up with Juneteenth. It'll be on Thursday, the day after Juneteenth. But I did want to ask you real quick, what do you think about them integrating the stats? And Josh Gibson specifically, I wanted to pull up, became the league leader in a lot of different stats now that the Major League Baseball integrated the Negro League stats with their stat book and made it all one. What do you think about them doing that?
That's amazing. I think we see where the world's going. I would say I don't go too far back, but the 90s, we never thought that would happen. They ain't doing something like that, you know. So we see how the world's progressing and how things are happening, how we're being known for what we did. So I think that's a great thing. I think we should applaud that. I think we should be grateful. I wouldn't say grateful because it should have already been done. But I just think we should be happy for that. And then I don't know. I think we should know about these guys because, like I said, we hear about Jackie Robinson all the time, but not the guy right here you have right here. We talk about him. So I think they'll make us learn more about those other guys who paid the way, who made it for baseball and black guys like that. So I think, like I said, at the end of the day, I don't know that much about baseball. I won't sit here and lie, but I think it's a great thing. I think it's for people who don't watch baseball, that's an awesome thing to do, you know. And how these guys' names come back up and their stats come back up and recognize them for things like that. So I think it's a great thing.
Yeah, I feel you. I do think it is a great thing as well. And like you said, like eye-opening, right? For what has happened and kind of what we didn't see and what we didn't get to learn about. You know, that the Negro League Museum is in Kansas City. I'm kind of mad because I've been there several times and I haven't had a chance to go to the actual museum. So that is definitely on my list to get back. So I definitely think it's a good thing. I sometimes though I wonder like what world is this, right? Because MLB used to be like the most traditional, the most stick in the mud, you know, and some of the changes that they're making with their rules. And then also like, you know, some of how they're doing their history is very surprising to me in a way. But I also do think like they got to be careful because I don't want like I want it to be real, you know what I'm saying? So not to like they've tried to revise history in one way and to cover some things up. Well, don't take it too far and revise history and try to like make it seem like it wasn't, right? Because technically it wasn't the same leagues. And so I still feel like there should be some recognition of like there was a time where these guys couldn't play instead of just going back and being like, oh, let's absorb all their stats. And you know what I'm saying? So I do think it's a fine line between like, don't try to play like it was nice and y'all were cool though, because that wasn't the case either. So it's very interesting though. It's very interesting. Mom says it's awesome. Pops, not so much. He said not progress, PC for boats, more money, and to act like they care.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
It's very interesting. They didn't, yeah. So I think there is too. I just think it's weird. I think it's kind of like I'm just surprised that we're at this place. Like you said, like there is things happening that you would never expect to have happen. So I think it all is good, but I also think it's like weird. Like why? You know what I'm saying? So very interesting stuff there. I did want to two more topics real quick. One we'll just blast through, and then the last one I want you to take over for me. But as we prepare for the Olympic Games, I didn't realize, but breakdancing is going to debut as an Olympic sport this year. Okay. I was going to say, like, am I tripping or like, I mean, I love, you know what I'm saying, dance and expression and stuff, and I'm not trying to be a hater, but that just doesn't really make sense to me. Breakdancing at the Olympics, like, and how it's going to be judged.
So you judge how many times my foot hit the ground or something? How much I raise my hand? Like, come on, that's a joke, man. That's a joke.
I know, man. I was thinking though, it'd be so crazy, like back in the day, like Electric Boogaloo and like those like funny video, like those funny movies. I love those Breaking too. But I'm like, they would be in a dream right now. They would have been going to Olympics, man. They could be like a sequel now. That's crazy though.
Is it gonna really happen, or are you voting on this?
No, it's gonna really happen. Like they're already selecting the teams and stuff, and the different countries are gonna be recommended, like represented though. Kelly says, I can't wait to see breaking and how they'll judge it, and then I'll decide. Oh yeah, that's true. I think the term is technically breaking. It's not break dancing. It's just called breaking. Like that's the category. So I don't know. Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting. Stephanie Washington said it's gonna be dope. That's the thing. I don't want to be a hater, but it just doesn't seem right to me. I think it's just going a little bit too far.
That lets me know in the 80s, Stephen was somewhere on top of her head breakdancing, getting in. So yeah, it just shows all those people back in the 80s love it. So we know what's going on. I got you.
Respect. I might have to watch breaking though. I might have to watch Breaking again because I do love that movie. Since y'all hated, no, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I just was like, man, that really did catch me off guard for sure. Kelly, I like that. I want to go back to this real quick. Kelly says MLB is dying off. They're grasping to stay relevant, but I think it's cool. We can't ignore history and how greatness was kept out. I like that. I like that. That's a great comment right there to kind of sum it up. It is kind of weird and nuanced, but I think that's right on right there. All right. So the last category I want to leave for you, the US Open. I'll put both of these pictures up here, and I'll just let you do your thing and kind of recap the weekend. And I want to know your thoughts on the tournament.
So I watched the whole thing. The U.S. Open is pretty big. It's to me, it's still not the Masters. I would say it's the Masters than this. I would say the Open, the last one, and then I would say the PGA Championship is the last one. But the U.S. Open is a pretty big deal. So Tiger, he's trying to play all the majors, and he came in. He was trying his best. I think he's getting better. I think he's walking better. But I watched him, and like he missed 3 putts in a row that could have made him go for the weekend. Because right now, Tiger, he's just trying to make the weekend. He's not really trying to say he's gonna win anything.
Just let me get through,
play well, and get there, and he'll be okay. So he didn't make the cut. But there's a lot of people who didn't make the cut who thought will make the cut. So the U.S. Open, it was at Pinehurst. Because every year it's changed different places. And Pinehurst is like the hardest thing. Like it's just difficult. Like you're not gonna see no high scores because you gotta be kind of perfect to play this thing. So it came down to the day. McElroy wasn't really in the mix till like late. He was like he was there, but he wasn't there. It was Bryson was there, and a guy named Berg was there, and Badal, I think Ball, how you say his name. Those guys was the guys the whole tournament was doing good, but McElroy came to the last day. He came, started playing well, and he had a 2-shot lead at the 13th hole, and Bryson was I think 1 hole behind him, so they were watching each other the whole time. So he got to like the 16th hole, and Bryce had an easy putt. He missed it, so it's kind of pulling back again. But McElroy, he made a mistake.
Yeah.
We don't know, but before the 3-putt, he made a mistake too. It put him 1 up, so he was on one ahead. And then it got to the point he tied it. It was 6-6, and he had I think it was the 16th hole. He missed one there. I think it was a 3-footer back, maybe like a 4 or 5. He's McElroy. He should make those. He missed that one, so it stayed tied. It got to the 18th hole where he was trying to be like it was like a nonchalant. He missed it, and it was like, oh my god. So I don't think it's gonna be a playoff because Bryce drove it. He drove it in the wild grass, so it was like under a tree. There's no way he's gonna get that. It's gonna be he'll probably get a par. It'll be a playoff. He hits it under the tree. I don't know how he did it. Gets in the sand, and it's like 60 feet. And I was like, there's no way he's gonna get it close enough because when you hit it, it's gonna roll down somewhere. Bryce hit that 55-footer, get 3 from the hole. I'm like, oh my god! But he still has to make it too because
right.
Or just missed the same kind of distance, so you don't know if he's gonna make it or not. It'll be a playoff, and he makes it, man. It was like, wow, it's amazing how it went. And McElroy hasn't won in 10 years a major. He won like 5 quick when he became pro. He won them
right. He came up quick.
He on the game covers now, all that, McElroy, and then all of a sudden it just stopped, So I think he's in trouble, man. I think that's gonna mess with his psyche now because you had a chance to win this major, you still can't do it. So it's gonna kind of mess you up because now you gotta wait till another time to get there, and it's already hard to win. So I think he's in trouble. Bryson's a cool guy. He's sort of a prick. He's sort of like a little, he's not really humble, but he's a fan favorite. People like him. Hit the ball a long ways. And what the difference between them two guys? They both drive the ball the best. They were the best two driving. Once they driving the ball, you first hit the ball. That's when you go. Honestly, McElroy maybe be a better driver than him. Distance wise, Bryce hit it farther than him, but consistent wise is him. But the thing about Bryce, when you hit the ball far, you still got to do a short game. Bryce worked on his short game. He worked on his chipping and his putting. He got better. McElroy is not working on his putting. His putting is terrible. He can't putt, and that's the thing. He had to like go to the drawing board and work on your putting, man. We see you can draw the ball, but when it's time to crunch time, you can't make it. So it's just like that. I'm happy. Liv got won it, so now he's like, oh, it's like Liv against PJ. I'm saying like that. So we'll see how it goes. We see what they got. One more. The last major tournament is in July, the Open. I forgot where it's going to be at, and we'll see who goes with that. 'Cause right now it's 2-1 right now in the majors. So 2 PJ guys won and
one live
guys. So we'll see if they gonna tie it up or how it goes with that. But I don't know, man. I'm not really a McElroy fan or a Bryson fan. I like Bryson a little more than McElroy, but it happens, So
yeah, I do like how Bryson came through in the clutch though, because it was like all of a sudden the moment was coming and he was able to seize it, and it did help that he was like one step behind, but McElroy felt that pressure coming and he couldn't close.
I don't know. He kept looking at him like, why are you watching them? Just play the game, man.
Exactly. Like you got to card your score the lowest you can. It don't matter what he does, and like almost wanting to know that wiggle room made him slip up a little bit more. So I do like it for Liv, and I do like it for Bryson DeChambeau because, like you said, he came into golf. He broke in just by like, okay, I hit the ball far. That's what I do, and he did work on his short game, and he did realize that I can get as close as I want, and he would always be around. Until Saturday, and then kind of fall back. Yeah. Now all of a sudden he's turned himself into a really solid pro, really consistent player, and McElroy is still eating off of what he did. In 2010 and 2011. And this was a big one for him, and he couldn't cash in. Like you said, that's going to mess with your psyche. He did say he's going to take 3 weeks off, so he was supposed to play again next week, but he's going to wait, and his next tournament will be the Open.
It's too painful to play right now, So especially when you could have did what you do. Only bad thing about Bryson winning, he's going to be more irritated now. He's going to put more on it now the next time he go out there. So that's the only thing. And if he does good, it's going to get worse. So we hoping he don't give us a break. You won this year, wait the next year to do it, but. If he win another one, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble.
I feel you, but he's slowly but surely coming up, though.
I'm happy he won. He lost his dad a couple of years ago, and he was kind of cool with Payne Stewart, who passed away. He went to the same school, so it was kind of cool to watch on Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? He won. I don't think he's a father yet, but like I said, he lost his father, and it was cool. He said it was for him, so that was a good part about that.
Yeah, for sure. I did like that, and I do like to see him kind of turning around and not staying totally the villain, like you said. Still not the nicest guy, but you know what I'm saying. He's coming around though, so that's what's up. So we'll see how McElroy carries this forward, but yeah, especially though with all this stuff he was kind of talking about with the Liv merger originally, you know what I'm saying, and he's kind of going back on his word now. It's like I feel like he has so much pressure on him to be like, I'm supposed to be repping for the players, and you're not even the best,
Yeah.
So I feel it. Stephanie Washington said her birthday party was themed to break into Electric Boogaloo.
I know she used to be over there just getting a boogie down. I know she did the stanky leg and all that stuff. It wasn't stanky leg when she did it, but it was the what you call that? They be doing like this, all that. all that stuff. I know you got pictures. Next show some pictures of what you did. We know you did all that boogie down.
The big earrings like Special K for sure. For sure. So no, that's what's up. That is awesome though. But yeah, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Breaking into new territory for sure with the Olympics. So that'll be a new flex for breakdancer, the gold medalist breakdancer. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
That is. But Mom says happy late Father's Day to all. Definitely hope everybody had a fun weekend with that.
Happy Father's Day, yeah. It's cool stuff.
For sure. But yeah, I think we're good. I think we'll leave it right there. Actually, we're just right on time. So so we appreciate y'all rocking with us as always. And again, that was episode 251. We're holding it down for Strizzy. He's out there doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? So check out his Exactly. He'll be checking this out. So definitely want to give a shout out to our brother as always. And go check out some of his content. He's been doing a couple videos from the beach, so I know he's got a lot of stuff stored up because he's always working too wherever he goes doing his thing. So that's what's up. But thank you, my brother, for holding it down with me as well. And we're gonna be out until next week. That was episode 251 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Your boy Marcus. Happy Father's Day to everybody, and rest in peace, Willie Mays, man.
Yes, rest in peace.
Thanks for listening to Say Like a Champ. Engage with us on Instagram. Share your thoughts, and you might just be featured on the show. Be sure to subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you pod so you don't miss next week's episode of Say Like a Champ.